Hi everyone, happy summer. It's Bethany, and in this video we are going to play with a brand new stamp set that was just released from Simon Says Stamp. They graciously sent this over for me to create with, and I am just going to get inspired with this little set today. So what I'm going to do is I am first going to just start with an A2 size panel. A2 is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And I'm going to bring in some Heavy Doodle tape. You can use any type of masking tape. Let's see. Oh goodness, let me see. I should have plenty. Oh, it just needed help getting started. Okay, no panicking. So what I want to do is first, just to get this placed all nice for me, I'm just going to put a piece of washi tape up here, but then I'm going to use this to kind of mask off a rectangle, and I'm going to move this because I'm going to use my mat as like a little guide here. So I'm going to make sure that that is right on the top of it's right on like an inch line. Does that make sense? So the top is lining up. That way I can use my actual grid. I think I want to do 3/4 of an inch. And I'll do the same at the bottom. Bring that up about 3/4 of an inch. Or really, I should say masking off 3/4 of an inch. I think that looks about right. And I will further trim this down. For some reason, the top one just looked slightly off to me, but I think that looks good. Okay. Then for the sides, I think I will mask off a full inch. And these are just rough measurements. Just a rough measurement, but right about there. Okay. And what I was thinking of doing was just containing a little ink design right in the middle. Okay, that looks about good. So now I have a little rectangle there. So this is the little area that I am going to be working with. So let's get started with a really fun color called Tide Pool. We actually ran out of paper towels and had to do a Costco run the other day, but in the meantime, I grabbed some of these shop towels that my husband has, and oh my goodness, they are wonderful for cleaning the brushes. Now, you can absolutely use just a regular paper towel, but for some reason, the texture of these, they're really nice and soft. They have been cleaning my brushes really, really well when I just want to kind of get the previous color off. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to tap off to the side. I'm going to come in from the bottom, and I just want to create a little gradient. You know, a little darker at the bottom and lighter at the top. Just blend dark to light, really. So I'm going to go pretty heavy at the bottom. You could pull in multiple colors for sure, but I decided to just go with the one and have fun with that. So this is going to be a pretty beachy looking card. Summer inspired for sure. Okay, and then as I go up, I kind of don't really want to use any additional ink. Just kind of want to use maybe my residue just to create just a subtle color up there. And that subtle color will help take the whole shape or create the whole shape. I'm just going to deepen the bottom. Okay. Help this little transition as well. And luckily these inks smooth out as they dry, because sometimes it seems like it's not really as like flowing as much as I want it to, and then it dries and it starts looking much more like I intended. Okay, I just about have it where I'd like. I'm just going to deepen the bottom a little bit. Okay, I think that looks Good. So I'm going to take a peek to make sure I do. Yep. Okay. I do have the look that I'm going for it to contrast enough with the white. Okay, so here is where we're at so far. And, oh, I love that. It's so satisfying taking the tape off. So there is our kind of ombre, dark to light look. Gotta be careful with this tape. Lately I have been not as careful and making boo-boos, but I always trim down these panels so I don't worry too much when I'm doing this. Okay, now I did pretty good with that rectangle. I don't know that it is perfect, what is, right? But I'm not mad about it. What I want to do next is I think I'm going to trim the panel down. So I'm going to bring, this is my little pouch of my favorite things, or really just the things that I grab for a lot. That way I can keep them in a separate place. I was thinking of trimming this maybe 2 down. What I mean by that is just grabbing the 3rd one in. Okay. Oh yeah, that's gonna look really nice. I think that's what I want to do. I was really, ooh, maybe I want to go one more. I kind of like this I think you're swell. I think that's so cute. I'm going to go one up to give my stamp a little bit more breathing room because I think it's going to be just a tad crowded. So going one up, ooh, seems like that was quite a jump, but I like that much more. Okay, I really do like that. Let me grab a little bit of tape. I want to make this official before I do my stamping. I have really been toying with the idea of getting the Anna Griffin, is that what it is? The Empress? Because I'm very intrigued by the magnetic mat, because I feel like stuff like this, when you're tweaking, would be so much easier with a magnetic surface. Just to kind of tweak and perfect it. Let me know down in the comments if you have the Anna Griffin machine and how you like that magnetic feature and if you think it's worth it. Indulge me or not. Okay, so I have my spellbinders. I have my platform base A, my platform top B, the cutting plate that I cut into, and then I'll place this at an angle so that it cuts out a little smoother or gentler. Make sure I still like that crop. Yep. Okay, let's send that through. Okay, and there's the final crop. So now I'll bring in my mini Misti and my stamps. I really like the I Think You're Swell. I think that is just so fun. Let's Sail Away is cute, Waving Hello is cute, but I like the I Think You're Swell. I think that's cute. So the font is really fun too because it has a little wavy look to it on the little L's. That's really neat, and the W there. Okay, so let's do, I think I'll bring it up just a little bit, and I think that's good. Sometimes it's hard to tell when it's clear, so you can always kind of hover over. Oh goodness, and then it moved it. Great tip, Bethany. Okay, but if you kind of hover over, I think that's gonna look pretty. That way you can kind of get the little contrast, but I wanna make sure that that is straight. I think it is. Okay, so let's go ahead and cling that to our little door. And then because I just opened this up, let me condition this. Make sure it's nice and clean. I'll link everything that I used down below. I believe, oh, this stamp set is called So Swell. That's super fun. I'm gonna go ahead and let's double check that that is in place. I really like how that turned out. I was nervous because I wasn't thinking as I was going, I wasn't thinking I was doing a very swell job. See what I did there? But it dried really nice. Just had to be patient with it. And just continue kind of blending. Okay, I want to make sure that I don't leave like a side of my ink pad as an impression on here. Okay, let's see how this first one looks. I thought a really nice black ink would be fun contrast here. There we go. Ooh, that did mighty fine. Definitely and obviously going to do another one, but I feel like that stamped out really well the first time. Okay, I think that actually was a good first press. Ooh, that's really nice. I actually we'll do one more, I think. And only because this stamp is so bold that I think it could stand for one more. Okay. Perfect. Okay, clean this off, and while I have my mini Misti out, what I will do is I'm going to bring in another stamp set. I've used this before. It's so cute. It's a little mermaid. And I'm going to set that to the side because I want to do this on just a little scrap paper because I'll end up cutting it out. So grabbing a scrap, we'll put this back. And I think I'm just going to do the mermaid. I don't think I'm going to do anything else. Okay, just a little solo mermaid. There we go. Okay. Stamp her out. And I will color her with some Copics. Ooh, that was perfect. But, oh, you know what? I'm not going to restamp that. If I want to restamp it, I can do it later, but I don't want to wait for it too long to dry. If you double stamp, you kind of have to wait a little bit longer for it to dry before you start coloring. But I used that ink so that it would work well with my coloring, with my alcohol markers. So what I can do is if I want to add a little bit more color to her later, I can double stamp her again. So what I think I will do next is, let's just do some simple coloring. I'm going to start with, this color is EOO, which now that we have a little mermaid on our craft table, I'm curious if anyone has seen the new Little Mermaid. I really want to take my girls, but the only thing I heard is that it is a tad long. So I don't know. That's the only thing that makes me hesitant, that maybe it might be too long for the theater for my little ones. But I will happily wait to rent it. That way we can, or I'm sure we'll buy it, but that way we can just be in the comfort of our little home. But let me know if you saw it and what you thought. I am so anxious. I'm just going to add my darkest color of the browns. This is E34, and then I'll bring in E31 and create a little transition there. There we go. I don't know why I just colored her face and not the rest of her body while I had that marker out. I think I got a little distracted. There we go. And just completely light towards the top. I haven't done my Copics in a while, actually. Feels like I kind of got off of my coloring kick. I was definitely on one for a while. And that looks nice. Looks good to me, at least. And kind of feels good to be back at it. I was going to do, I don't think I'm going to bring this pink in. I was going to do a pink fin, but I'm rethinking that. I don't know that I'm going to like that with my color that I already have going on my card. So I definitely want to do the purple little top. I think that's really cute. Oh, sorry, my colors were, might deepen that up a little bit. V-O-O-O and then V-1-2. Oh, there we go. Let's just get that a tad more. There. Oh, that's nice. And while I don't want to go too matchy-matchy with my background, I actually just think it will look a little bit better. So I'm going to bring BG32 for my darker color. And just kind of add that there. And for the lighter, BG10. I love looking at the names of the Copic markers. I just think they're so fun. I would love to be the person who names things, like names paint or names color crayons. I just feel like that would be such a fun job. Anybody else? I think I just love reading them. One of them I think was Toast. I just love that. It's so simple, but it's charming. Okay, there is my final little mermaid. Isn't she cute? I think she's super cute. Okay, so what I was thinking is just putting her, well, let's cut her out real quick. I'm gonna grab her little coordinating die, get her all positioned. Isn't she cute? I did a mermaid shaker card last year for my girls to put in their lunchbox for the first day of school. Oh my goodness, that turned out so cute. I'll link that video too, because it's another way to use a Little Mermaid stamp, which is so fun. And let's see how this turns out as we start placing these little elements on the card. Okay, cutting plates, and let's cut this little one out. Okay, now I have my little mermaid. She is oh so cute, and I kind of like the idea of just kind of placing her within. Look, hold on now. Okay, how perfect would this look? Look how it grew, like the little bottom of her fin kind of plays with that T. Do you see that? I could even bring it up. No, I'm gonna bring it down a little bit. It's just almost like it was meant to be. I think that's really cute. You could do whatever you wish there, but I am going to end up, oh, you know what? Let's do the card base. In fact, now that I make this, I am, okay, 110-pound cardstock, 11 by 4 1/4. Place our score mark in the middle at 5 1/2. But let me finish my little train of thought. As I'm making this, I think I'll make this another little lunchbox note. My little one is in church camp this week, and she would love this. Plus, it's so nice to get a little surprise in your lunchbox. So I will definitely do this. Now, making sure I don't want a sub-sentiment or anything before I finish up. Wish you were here. I'm so lucky to know you, and leave this mess behind. Those are cute, but I think for the tone of my card, I think I will stick with just my sentiment here. Okay, with some non-stick scissors, I'm going to just do 3 strips of foam tape to give a little pop to my panel here. And then I think I'm also going to give a little bit of dimension to my cute little mermaid. There we are. And place it right on our card base, just like that. Okay, super fun. Now, I'm liking that. I think it's so simple. In fact, if you really wanted it to be, you know, pretty flat, you could just actually set that there with some glue. I think, oh gosh, I don't know. Maybe I do want to just place her right down, especially because the sentiment is so, is so flat there. What should I do? You know, I don't usually just glue, but I'm going to this time. Usually I like a little bit of dimension there, but I think because my sentiment, everything else is so, you know, flat on the card, I think this actually would look good just placed right on there. So let's do it. Sometimes it's just so fitting to do something different. Okay, so I'm gonna play with that little fin there, just like that. Let's place her down. Oh, I like that actually. I surprised myself by doing that, but I think that is the right call. I'm just gonna let her really glue. And then the beloved little dewdrop embellishments must come out to play for this card because they look so much like bubbles that it's just a given that we play with them. Okay, so, okay, I placed them there and I actually really like it. I kind of like, because wherever there's a little bit of implied movement, especially in water, there would be bubbles. So of course her fin would probably be moving, and then I liked having the bubbles kind of up and to the right of her. So I think to me that makes sense, but you can obviously place yours wherever. I'll just glue those down, and then they'll dry a little bit more clear than you see them now. But I love that they have a little bubble look. I think they can be so fun with water type cards. And my final little one. Oh my goodness. Sometimes it's so fun just to be simple and quick, because that is equally so pretty. All right, so there is our quick little card. I love how that masking technique just really draws the eye to the center of the card. I think that's really pretty. And I love the bold sentiment and then just her right flat on the card. I think that is just super cute. I surprised myself with that design choice, but I think it's absolutely perfect that way. If you enjoyed watching this, please be sure to give this a thumbs up. And if I inspired you with this card or with any additional cards that you are creating on your own craft table, be sure to tag me on Instagram using the hashtag BethAdilieInspired so I can see how you were inspired to create something new for yourself. All right, everyone, I hope you enjoyed watching this, and I'll see you next time.